includes information related to diagnosis, procedure, and utilization. Okay, this is clear, right? That it's straightforward, right? Diagnosis, procedures, and utilization. What are the procedures that I've been doing? That also will be mentioned into the claim form. Okay, there are numerous analyses that can be conducted on claims data to derive information, knowledge, utilization, basically. Okay. There are other mandatory fields and sections which you need to fill in the claims form before submit to insurance companies. So if you'll see the claims form, it will be have all the information, patient information, doctor's information, surgery happened, medications, all those things, right? That will be bucketed. That will be bucketed by the data warehouse, and then bucketed mainly to know the like to track the patients, the therapies they are taking, doctors they are prescribing, and doctors what they are prescribing, and what kind of prescription they are doing. Okay, so it has multiple buckets actually, which will have which at the end will give you multiple insights to generate, right? So a physician will do surgery, okay, about the condition, and then he will also write the medications, right? So what kind of medications, which if any one therapy, there are multiple drugs are available, so physicians are choosing which one after the surgery, right? If the same physician has been doing, I was writing something else in his clinic, his or her clinic, so that kind of a mapping can be done, right? So uh, so let's say one medication is there that can be used uh, in clinic purpose as well, okay, for the treatment of a disease, and also after the surgery has been done, like mainly the antibiotic. Okay, so if any surgery is done, so just to proper healing of the wound, sometimes antibiotics must be given, right? So if for other conditions as well, in the clinic setup, the doctor will prescribe a favorite of his antibiotic. That's okay. So that can also be done in the after the surgery has been done. Okay, but if he is not doing that, if he is not writing the same antibiotic, then there will be the companies can find it out that so the preference will be something else. Okay, it depends upon the doctor's choice why he is writing after the surgery one medication and that same medication not writing for the normal setup, right? So that kind of a insights also can be generated. Okay, so although some of the fields and medical, the information will some of the things are mainly the names. All those things are will be definitely masked while before they send it to the claims to the data. I mean, and they'll send it to the companies who are actually making a note of the claims data. Okay, but not to the insurance companies. Insurance companies actually they are sending it to the companies this data, masking the data actually to get the and they will also generate some revenues out of it. So yeah, so claims after this, these companies will actually ICD codes, right? So diagnosis has been done. It will be only be segmented by using the this international code of diagnosis. This one by using this only they will be able to segment the treatment or segment uh, the the surgeries. Okay, that's why ICD codes has been used. Okay, then there will be procedure codes. Okay, CPT codes. There will be physician registration number. Yeah, that unique number, unique to the physician. So these are the mandatory sections in the healthcare claim. So they have all the patient details. They have diagnosis information. They have procedure, treatment, and test information. The cost incurred or cost charged for the treatment or service, and physician and hospital details, right? So all these details are actually uh, um, available into the claims form. Okay, so till now you are with me.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Any questions till now?
No.
Cool. Okay. Okay. So now how this setup will actually work actually. Okay. So first thing is that patients, right? Patients will enroll to the hospital. Okay, so hospital will do the procedure. Okay, after doing the procedure, after completion of all the procedures, they will send. They will. I mean, like first there will be inquiry, right? If you have seen it, there will be inquiry that whether you are going for a insurance package or you are paying through out of pocket, right? Out of pocket. So out of pocket is nothing but your direct payment to the hospital after completion of everything. And if it is a insurance you have, if it will cover under the insurance, then they will send the bills to that company. Okay. So if you might have seen health insurance out there in India, right? A Star Health Insurance, right? Then some other kind of insurance, some from Policy Bazaar you can purchase, right? Bajaj Alliance health insurance. Okay, all many are there, right? So you need to actually, the concept here is that you need to pay premium each month or once in a year, whatever the kind of a setup that you opt for, monthly, quarterly, or half yearly or yearly, right? This might be 4 ways you can give the premiums. So when you go for your treatment, so you need to collaborate with the company that I'm going for this much of this kind of treatment, and then the coverage, right? So patient will go to the hospital. Hospital will do all the surgeries or whatever the treatment that is required. Okay, so bills will be generated out against the services, against the treatments, against the medicines, everything, and it will go to the payers. Right? It will from hospital doctors, it will go to the payers. It might be a kind of a insurance, might be of health government insurance, a private insurance. It can be anything, right? So it will go to that payer. They will evaluate it and they'll revert it back within the minimum time, that is 12, 16, 24 hours. Okay, whatever it may be. Okay, so they will do that. So for kind of a oncology treatments, what I've seen here in India, it is very quick. It's less than 4 to 6 hours because the chemos need to be given weekly or 15 days time or 21 days of time. So when they go for the cost is finalized, right? So one sitting of chemo will cost you this much. Okay, so it will actually, when the process will start, they will be sending it to the company, the health insurance company, right? They will evaluate it quickly and then they will send it to before you leave to the hospital or before the patient will leave to the hospital from the hospital. So this much quick right now the insurance has become. Okay, in this health insurance has become. Okay, so these things will work like this. Patients will to hospitals. So all the everything has been done. It will go to the payers and then it will come back. All this will be settled with the hospitals. The remaining amount will be paid as a out of pocket by the patient or the consumer maybe, and they can go home. Okay, so now these premiums are regulated. Okay, it's not just that any company can charge anything, right? As in the name of premium. Okay, there will be some regulations which government has made some guidelines, and according to that guidelines only, there will be some discounts here and there. Okay, but the ceiling should not be should not be crossed, right? If it has to be 1,500 for some kind of premium, so it cannot be 1,500 and 1,600, right? It can be lesser than that, like 1,490, 1,480, based on companies who provide discounts, right? When they have a bigger pool of consumers, then they can offer discounts. Okay, so this is how it works actually. Okay, so now we'll talk about the US health insurance systems. So mainly they have the strongest healthcare system in the world. Okay. Okay, so yeah. So it's important factor, right, to know the coverage of population before estimating the conclusion from the claims data for the best precision in analysis. Okay, so not possible to generate the perfect analysis if the population coverage is poor. Okay. So if if in a country, right, so where the insurance coverage is only 20%, right? So how the claims data will actually give you the insights, right? It will be only on that 20% of the insurance coverage, and that too, all the people will not go for any kind of a they will not generate claim each year, right? So there will be very fraction some percentage that will actually go for surgery in a year, right? So that will not give you a clear picture about the country, right? But here in the case of US, the insurance coverage is very high. They have multiple coverage plans actually. Okay, so you might have heard about some of the things which I'm going to talk about right now. So types of health insurance plan, right? So they have two types of, one is private and another one is the government. So Medicaid and Medicare. So if you are closely following with the US healthcare market, so right now you might have seen that the pricing of the medications in the US government are like the medicines which are very high end, right, very costly, or these kind of medications will come under the ambit of Medicaid now. Uh, uh, from government side, Medicaid will start negotiating with the pharma companies to to bring those highly costly medications under the insurance plans, so that it will be affordable to the patient, right? If you have seen any news or anything, if you are following US healthcare market closely, then you might have heard about, right, in couple of in last 6 months of time. Okay, so now the coverage. Okay, so private is around 67% and government is around 37% of health insurance plans that people from the US are buying. Okay, that's close to 90%, right? I mean, if I complete this one, so that will be more than 100%. That's because there are people who might have a subset of both the health insurance plans, like people also do, right, here in India. If they are working for a company, they have a healthcare insurance plan from the company side, but they also do purchase the private health insurance just to be on a safer side. So you might have, if you have include this 60 plus 67 plus 37, so it is crossing actually 100%, right? 60, 30, 90, 97, and then this 7 is 104, 105%. That's actually the 5% of people who are actually buying both the insurances, both private and government. Okay, but this not doesn't mean that the entire 100% is covered here. It is a subset. That's why what I'm saying is that the coverage here is around 90%. Okay, so 8 to 9% people who they don't even have an insurance only in US also, right? So even if it is 105%, it is the people who are actually buying two health insurance plans. So it is going beyond 100%. Okay, so this is it. Okay, so private, yeah. Well, I've said that employee based. So the employers, they will buy insurance for the staff. Okay, then there will be a direct purchase. Okay, in the private setting, then there will be government. So Medicare, Medicaid, and military health care. Okay, these three. So this is from the 2015-2016 data. It will not be a remarkable change, but this numbers has actually shoot up. The Medicaid right now, I think it's slightly higher compared to what you are seeing it right now. Okay, so this is the typical health insurance setup or percentage coverage in the US market. Okay, so this is the map, the coverage of, actually this is heat map. Okay, so it is actually showing which of the states in US having low coverage. Okay, or I mean, sorry, the people don't have any coverage, percentage of people, right? So if you can see that 14% or more is the highest in this Texas state, that more than 14% of people don't have a health insurance, right? So less than 0% is somewhere these regions where they have almost 100% people are comes under the health insurance plan. Okay, these states have 12% or less than that. Okay, these states have around 8 to 9%, right? And these will have 12 to 14, right? So yeah, so this is just a generation and transmission form. Just go through it once. You can read it over here. You are with me, na? I'm not disconnected. Okay. Hmm? No, beta. No, beta. Mouse.